Hi guys, so welcome back to Noni Plus and welcome back to the episode 2 of ATM Machine series. So in this episode, we'll be creating our registration page. In our previous episode, we created our account model class that has the full name, account number, PIN, and the balance. So stay tuned. So before you create a page, a register page, let's first of all create a controller. So you create a controller, you go to the Solution Explorer, go to the controller folder, right click on it, click on add, and you click on controller. So you see MVC controller empty, you click on add. Once you click on add, we change this home to account so that it reflects what we are building. Since we are building an ATM machine and we have created an account class, so let's give it an account controller name. So let's move this one and you click on what add. So automatically MVC will create a default action method, which is view, which is what we have here. We have public action results index and is returning a view. So on line 7, what line 7 is telling us that the action result is telling the MVC, please, I need to return something. Either you hear me return a view, or you hear me return a JSON, or you hear me redirect. So that's the three things. So but here is returning a view, and what we have here, the index and open and close bracket means a method. So anywhere you see a word and after the word there's open and close bracket, it means a method. So this is an index method, and here on line 9 is returning a view. So what view is it returning? It's returning an index view. So you can see it here. But what we are creating now is not an index view, but we are creating a register page view. So let's change this now to register. We have register, and that is all. After you have created this register action method, so now let us now create the view. To create the view, there are two ways. Take your mouse here, right click on it, and click on add. That's the first one. On the second one, you come to this view folder, right click it, add, click on new folder, and you can call it account folder since we have an account controller. Then inside this account controller, you right click it, click on add, and click on view. So what view are we creating? A register page view. So these two methods, we have razor view empty and razor view. So you select razor view empty and you click on add. Once you click on add, you change this index CHTML to what? Register CHTML, and you click on add. So MVC will create an empty page for you. So you can see this is an empty page. There is nothing to display. So let me just clean this out and save my work. So let me run my application. Let me see what exactly this view look like. So click on your play button. Let's see how the view look like, whether it's working or if there is an error. So let's see. So we have Access Bank ATM Machine. So this is an home controller and this is an index view. So to access the account method, which is view register, you come here, you go to the controller, which is the account, slash the view, which is the register. Once you open it, to show you an empty view, because of we have not started adding what we need in the view, so it is empty. So now let's start creating our view. What do we need in this view? We are creating a register page view, and the register page view will have a heading or a title. So let's give our title create account. Well, in HTML we have different headings. In HTML we have H1, we have H1, we have H2, we have H3, we have H4, we have H5, we have H6. H1 is the biggest, like we are trying to display this heading, like this title in the big size, like display it big so that people can see it when they are creating that form. So we'll use H1. So inside this H1, come here and say create accounts. So we are using an H1. So let's run this application. Let's see how the view will look like since we have started adding the details in the view. So let's navigate to the view, which is register view. You come here, account/register, we enter. So you can see we have create account. So if I come here and change this now to H6, you see the size to give me. Let me save my work and click on enter. So you see the size, you can see the difference. Let's navigate to this register view. So you can see that the create controller, you can see the size of this one can compare to the size of the previous one. So that is why I intentionally use H1 so that it will be big for user to see it. So H1 and you click on save. So after this, what do we need? We need a form. We need a form where a user can input or can start filling. Like if you open your app, there's a form that it will show you if you are logging in. You write your account number, you write your PIN. So all that are forms. So that is what we are going to create. So let's create a form. In HTML, there is a tag called form. So there must be open and close. When you open the form, you must close the form. In coding, if you open a bracket, you must close the bracket. If there is an opening, there must be a closing in code. Please don't forget. So now we have a form. Let me give space. So inside this form now, we now have like a container called div. There's what they call div in HTML. Let me write it. Div. So what does this div mean? Div means like I'm trying to arrange my form into different layers. I'm using div. Like for instance, if you have a wardrobe in your room, when you open the wardrobe, you see that there are different layers in your wardrobe and they are well arranged. So that is how I want to arrange my form. The first one, we have the name, the account number, the ID, the PIN, and the rest. So that's why I'm using div here. So I can come here under this div. Well, inside this div now, what else do we need? Let's create in HTML. There's what they call label. So label, that is where the user will see to know that this is what I need to fill. So let's create a label. Please don't forget a label. Create a label. You can name it full name. So now we have created a label for this div container. So when I run this application, you see this full name. What the user will see that yes, this particular what they call it, space is for full name. So what do I need again apart from label? So I need an input. In HTML, that's what they call inputs, to tell the user that you must input either a text or a number or a password. So you can come here and click on inputs and you close your inputs. So what kind of inputs do we need? The type of inputs. In HTML, that's what they call input type. So you come here, input type is equals to what? Text. So our input type is a text. So it's telling the user that this name I'm going to accept is going to be in a text. They are going to input a text, not a number. So the user can know that yeah, this is a text and I'm going to collect it as a text. So that is the first container we have created. So the next container we are going to create now after full name is what after name is called account number. So I can come here and duplicate this account number. So here I'll put here account number. Then account number, will it be in form of a text or a number? Yeah, it should be in form of a text. So let's leave it as a text. It's correct. So what else again? Tells. Then we will now create a button. So now we have created a form that has full name, account number, and PIN. And we're going to create what? A button where the user can click on submit. So let's click a button. This HTML. you open and close. So inside this button, we call it create accounts. So if you log into your app, you see a button called login. You see a button where you press after you have filled that form. That's why we are using button. So user will see it as a button to click on it to submit these details, to collect the name, the account number, and the PIN. So after this, let's now run on our application. Let's see how this form will look like. So let's open our application. Let's run it. If our form look right, we're having a name, account number, and PIN. So let's go. Wow! So you can see create accounts. You can see full name, where I put my full name here, Stanley so. Then we have the account number, where I put my account number, maybe 1, 2, 3. Then we have my PIN, where I put my PIN 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see why I put that input type as password, so that when I'm typing, I will not be able to see what I'm typing. Or if someone is looking at my phone when I'm typing, the person will not be able to see what I'm typing. But I can come here and click on this eye view and it will show me what I've imputed. So this is what we have created. So this is a registration page view, a form with a div, with an input, with a label. Very, very important when you are creating a form. You have to understand what a div is. You have to understand what a label is. You have to understand what are input. You have to understand what are forms. You have to understand what are headings. So all these are able to apply it in this register page view. So congratulations, guys. I know you are able to understand how to create a register view. You have created a controller. You have created a method called register method. Let's see, go back to our code. So you can see this is a controller, account controller. This is an action method called register. Then this is a view, return view. What view is it returning? It's returning this register view, which is this one. And inside this view here, we have a heading, H1. We use H1 to increase the size, create account. We have a form that collects full name, account number, and what PIN inside their own div container. And after that, we have a button called create account. So congratulations, guys, for staying this far, for learning how to create a registration page in an MVC. So don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube class and ensure you watch the episode 1 of this. Because if you don't watch the episode 1 of this, you'll not be able to understand what our controller. So see you in episode 3 and make sure that you don't miss episode 3. Bye.